All right, let's get this show started.
In today's video, Nate Diaz's representatives release a statement on the street incident. Paul Felder apologizes to Bobby Green. Kelvin Gastelum returns to the welterweight division. Paddy Pimblett opens up about battling depression. Borg announces retirement from MMA. And boxing manager gives update on Francis Ngannou negotiations. Nate Diaz's representatives have released a statement on the recent street altercation after the New Orleans Police Department issued an arrest warrant for Diaz. Diaz's representative, Zach Rosenfield, claims the Stockton native acted in self-defense this past weekend. The statement reads, Nate's attorney, Walter Becker, can confirm that Nate has received word of the arrest warrant and Becker has been in contact with court authorities in New Orleans. Nate's attorney looks forward to presenting all of the facts about this incident to the district attorney, which clearly demonstrate that a trained fighter named Rodney Peterson aggressively pursued Nate with the intention of engaging him, and once doing so, Nate acted entirely in self-defense. No further comment will be made at this time. What do you guys make of this statement from Nate Diaz's representatives? Do you believe Nate was just defending himself? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Paul Felder has responded to threats from Bobby Green following his controversial bout against Jared Gordon this past weekend. During a recent appearance on the MMA Hour, Green blasted Felder for his emotional reaction to the unintentional clash of heads.
Time it is too. When we see each other, you know what time it is too. We gonna have some words when I see him. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wait till we see each other face to face.
Did you not like it?
When we see each other, we gonna, you know what time it is too. It's just like, bro, stop with all that emotional bullshit. He was over there, come on! I'm like, bro, come on now, bro. Like, do your job. And then I heard him say that, told him to calm down.
Yeah.
Tell the nigga calm down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because he was getting too emotional. Hey, do your job. And secondly, that's what I'm saying. I felt like he was dick riding. You know what I mean? Because he was this homie. He lived with this dude and she's like, bro, don't dick ride. Keep that shit straight up.
At first, Felder responded to Green's threats by tweeting, "Look forward to it, King." Moments later, he wrote, "I understand the criticism. I got emotional. It was a friend, but it was also a pretty awful clash of heads that almost resulted in a TKO. I respect Green as a fighter. I do apologize for letting my emotions into play, but there is no need for threats. You don't have to like me." Kelvin Gastelum will be returning to the UFC's welterweight division. In a recent interview with ESPN Deportes, Gastelum revealed he has told the UFC that he is planning on dropping back down to welterweight. The plan is to have his return fight in September, and the UFC was on board with the plan. Gastelum also revealed that he'll be working with Dana White's personal nutritionist. What do you guys make of this move from Gastelum? Who would you like to see him fight in his return to welterweight? Let us know in the comments below. Paddy Pimblett has opened up about his mental health issues. In a recent interview with Joco UK, Paddy said he's been very depressed since his last fight against Jared Gordon, where he suffered an ankle injury, which prevented him from competing for at least a couple months. Check out the full interview on Joe's YouTube channel. Link can be found in the description below.
Not gonna lie, I've been very depressed, lad. Very. A couple of weeks ago, I was so depressed. Like the first week, I was in pain. You know what I mean? The first week, lad, once the anaesthetic wore off, I was just sitting here in pain. My leg was just throbbing. You know what I mean? And then after that, I was on crutches going round. So like, I've got blisters on my hands, like bare, on both hands, where fucking even just walking around on my crutches. Can't walk around too much. And then especially when you've got all crabs talking on the internet, and then you've got the helmet who you've just beat fighting. It was nice to see him get knocked clean out though.
Former UFC title challenger Borg has announced his retirement from MMA. It was just this past Friday that Borg was released from Bellator after failing to make weight, canceling his fight with Kyoji Horiguchi. Dominance MMA, Borg's management team, also parted ways with the fighter after the fight cancellation notice. Borg announced his retirement over social media, writing, "Things did not go as planned this weekend and I will not be fighting. I made promise to myself that if another incident like this ever happened, I would retire. So going forward, I am officially out of the game and hanging it up. I just want to formally apologize to those I have let down and thank those that have been by my side throughout these crazy years. I'm on a different journey in life now and I appreciate and love you all for always being Team Borg. The 29-year-old Borg fought under the UFC banner from 2014 to 2020, where he was a top contender in the flyweight division. He defeated the likes of Louis Smolka, Rogerio Bontorin, and Gabriel Silva. He was defeated in a flyweight title bout by Demetrius Johnson in October of 2017 at UFC 216. Francis Ngannou may be in for a rude awakening of what he can actually earn in boxing, according to a person close to Deontay Wilder's team. In a recent interview on MMA Today, a boxing guy, Dan Rafael, gave the latest on what he's heard about the negotiations surrounding Francis Ngannou in the boxing world.
I can't say that there's been like true negotiations in terms of like actually working on the specifics of a deal. So I can't speak for every single conversation that he or his people have had. I can say with certainty, based on my own conversations with the team of Deontay Wilder, is that they have engaged them in some talks about the prospect of maybe doing a match with Deontay, the former WBC heavyweight champion, obviously one of the biggest punchers in boxing history, frankly, not just in today's game. And that would certainly be interesting. It's going to be hard for Ngannou to get that kind of big fight. And I say that because we were just talking about McGregor. He had such fame and such notoriety and such popularity when he was fighting in the UFC that when he came over and he fought Floyd Mayweather, was as big or bigger in boxing than he was in MMA. You had two mega personalities. It was a sort of a new thing. That was the first of what became a whole series of crossover fights where MMA fighters wanted to face boxers, and they did a huge amount of business. Ngannou, while, again, I'm no big MMA fan, but my understanding is he's a tremendous heavyweight in the MMA world. But if he comes over and he takes on a guy like Deontay Wilder, it's not that kind of fight. So the point is there's money there, but I think if they're going to actually do something, whether it's him against Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury or any other of the big name heavyweights, they're going to have more of a lower expectation of what the financial element's going to be, because Ngannou wasn't even a big pay-per-view star within the MMA sphere. So I don't think boxing fans really care much about him. I mean, they might be interested to see him fight a big name like a Wilder or a Fury, but are they going to pay for it? So I just don't think the money is going to be there. So he may be in for a rude awakening of what he can actually earn, which may not necessarily translate to him actually having one of these fights. That said, they're talking. Whether they can actually come to fruition in any kind of deal, it totally remains to be seen.
And here are the top 3 funniest memes we found on the internet today. Third place was found over Twitter and was posted by a user named StinkyMMA. Second place meme was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named Greenlight. And our top pick of the day was found over Twitter and was posted by a user named Secret Juice Army. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.